All right. Welcome back, everybody. Um, doing a so I'm filming this just after I did my little hobby update, but I thought I'd just go ahead and put all my Horus Heresy stuff together and just take a look at it. So the army is still kind of a work in progress, but I've got it's playable. I think in this state, the painting I could have been better. I think just because like the squad, because I got it off eBay and it had that atrocious red paint that I couldn't get all the way off. It's still kind of showing through some of the armor on this squad. Um, but this squad I think turned out pretty good. And the guys in the this is the Mark III armor, yeah. The guys in the Mark III armor I think turned out pretty good. Alpha Legion used all the armor marks in the written, background lore, but I just think they look a little bit better in the Mark IV, a little more sleek. But they like to disguise, so they use all different stuff. So we've got, well, I guess I should just go over real quick what's in the army. So we've got a squad of Cataphracti Terminators with lightning claws. This is actually a pretty good unit, gameplay-wise. I was really pleasantly surprised during the only Horus Heresy game I've actually played so far, against some Night Lords. These guys did really well, and because these are all veterans, so I play them with it's the Pride of the Legion Rite of War, I think. It's the one that lets you take veterans as troops. So I use that because that's how I have to play them basically. But the veterans get 2 attacks each, so in the Tactical Marines I noticed that actually came in really handy, especially against an assault army like the Night Lords. I mean, traitor on traitor, so that's kind of, a little weird, but I mean, they're the Alpha Legion, and it was the only game I could get in. But anyway, we've got let's see if it'll focus. We've got the Praetor. I've shown him before. He's got his pistol holstered, so I could probably count it as like a Volkite Serpenta or one of the other pistols. I just had it as a bolt gun, and he's got a power sword and artificer armor. I was a little like kind of shaking my head for ordering this off Forge World, but I really like this figure. Just fantastic looking model. Oh yeah, another thing about the project overall is the bases. I did them just plain metal because I wanted it to be like a ship's deck, but I didn't really have like any kind of weathering paints to make it sort of look a little bit better. So I might redo the basing at some point, but that's probably not for now at least, because I know they look a little lazy. I would prefer if it looked like this, but these are custom resin bases, so I think I'll probably just get maybe some gray rubble flock at some point and put that on there, just to add a little bit more. And then we've got 3 veteran squads, and they've got a decent mix of weapons. Heavy bolter. Let's see, the sergeant only has a chainsword. Oh yeah, I got a plasma gun. These guys, sergeant has 1 lightning claw pistol, and they also have a heavy bolter. And do they have 1 more weapon? Oh, I guess not. So they just got the 1 special weapon. These guys are a little better kitted out. We've got Sergeant. He's got his combi weapon so he's got the combi flamer. Got another Marine that's got a chainsword and a plasma gun, or combi plasma, I should say. I could probably count him as the Sergeant as well, but I prefer, he's fine as the Sergeant since he's actually got the proper helmet. Although with Alpha Legion, could be a trick. Got missile launcher. Wasn't really sure how to paint the missile launcher exactly, so I just kind of guessed. And this squad also has 1 more guy. I just haven't finished him yet because he's missing an arm, and it's just another Marine with a bolter. So Nothing too crazy there. Yeah, show the Terminators. This is my 40k Alpha Legion Rhino, so it's kind of off. But I'm just including it in the army because, you know, it's always good to have a Rhino, and you can use these Mars pattern Rhinos in the Heresy. And it's also doesn't have all the crazy chaos stuff on it. So that kind of helps. I mean, like, this is just kind of like a ramming device. I mean, it does have the 8-pointed thing, so it's a little more 40k, but yeah. And then I also have this Vindicator. This is an eBay find, so that's why the doors aren't really assembled correctly. Yeah, it's painted for Iron Warriors. I don't know. It's a Japanese flag. Not sure why that's there, but anyway. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to totally repaint this. I still might do it in the future, but what I did instead was just, like, try to show some exposed Alpha Legion paint color underneath, with having, you know, and it's disguised as, like, Iron Warriors for whatever reason. Yeah, so I think I might buy one of these brand new at some point, or, you know, like new old stock off eBay and build another one, because I do like these tanks. They're pretty cool. So let's zoom back out. Yeah, so that's my little Horus Heresy force. It's about, I think that's probably with the 2 vehicles, it's a little over 2,000 points. Don't see myself adding too much else to the army for now. Maybe some scouts, Legion scouts, or the, what are they called? I forget what they're called for the Horus Heresy, but they are like the mobile gun turrets. But I think I might get the proxy versions of those from the company in Poland called Chromlech. They make a lot of really cool proxies. They make some jet bikes too, so I might get some of those from them as well in the future to fill out this army. We'll see. And then, so what I did, and then another just last thing on the paint job, I made them a little more brighter and clean looking than my 40k Alpha Legion. So I'll get some of those out just to show it real quick. Okay, so you can see real quick what 10,000 years will do. So this is one of my Chaos Terminators for Warhammer 40k. If I ever actually play Warhammer 40k again, because I am really not enjoying the rules at the moment. But I do really like how my 40k Alpha Legion army turned out. And we've got, let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, so this is one of the Chaos, I just call them Tactical Marines. That's basically what they are. I do really like these models from GW. They did a good job with this Chaos Marine resculpt. They are a little bit bigger, so yeah, so they're a little bit bigger, a little more true scaled, but I mean, not like crazy. I think you can probably tell. I just beefed them up a little bit. And if we look compared to like a, oh, let's just get one of these 28 mil Warlord figures. Yeah, I mean, they are probably closer to where they should be in terms of like an average, oh, not that guy, average sized human compared to a Space Marine. Anyway, but yeah, so my 40k Legion, I wanted to make them a little dirtier, and especially because I love the old Forge World Imperial Armor Siege of Vrax books, so I wanted them to look kind of dirty and muted, like they've been fighting on Vrax for, you know, a while. And if you're not familiar with that story in Warhammer 40,000, it's a basically a campaign scenario book about the how should I put this quickly? Basically it's a chaos siege. Chaos takes over this Imperial armory fortress thing, and then the guard have to go crack it open. But there's Alpha Legion there, yeah, so that's what I kind of wanted to go for, and so they're obviously a little bit dirtier and roughed up compared to in the 30th millennium compared to the 41st millennium. Yep, so that's, we'll take those guys away. So, yep, this is my Heresy project, and, you know, like, for both of these vehicles, I can use them in my 40k army, so that is kind of nice, to be able to use both. And, yeah, so that's my little, taking a look at my Heresy stuff. And in the new year, you know, depending if I can get some more Heresy games in, maybe it'll grow. I'll do more. But, you know, it comes down to money and time, because when I move to this new place, I'm probably going to be busy. So we'll see what hobby stuff can get done, but I will keep making videos. We might just do more, I might just do more, well, Royal We, I guess, anyway. I might just do more of the live streams and maybe more just history type videos. We'll see. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video.